Hi, I'm James, I'm the head chef at the Brudenell. With Valentine's coming up, I thought I would show you a recipe of how to make chocolate hearts at home, quite easily for your loved one. Firstly, we take 150 grams of dark chocolate. We're going to melt it. You can melt it in the microwave quite easily, as long as you stir it every 20 seconds. Once it's melted, add another 50 grams of chocolate to it and melt that within it, and this will act as an agent that tempers the chocolate for you. So now I've melted my chocolate, I'm just stirring in the cold chocolate, and as we said, that's going to help what we call temper the chocolate, which acts for two reasons. One, it will help the chocolate look nice and shiny, and two, it will prevent the chocolate from melting at room temperature. However, I do advise that you keep these in the fridge just to give them that extra crunch. Now, this is a mould, a silicone mould, which you can buy from most cookery shops. They're not very expensive and they're rather good, and it's a very easy way of making chocolates look good without much effort. So you fill them up to the brim with your melted chocolate. Now I use a 70% chocolate. You can get different amounts of cocoa percentage, but I find 70% works best. As I say, fill them all up as best you can. And then once they're full to the brim, we've missed a couple here, that won't matter. I haven't got that many little ones in my fire. Turn it over. And you can keep this chocolate for the next time. Just make sure you empty it as much as you can. Once you've got as much as you can from the mould, lay it flat and let it drain naturally for about 4 to 5 minutes at room temperature. Once it's been like that for about 4 or 5 minutes at room temperature, take a palette knife and scrape off the top. Any chocolate you have there can be reused. And now all you do is you slide that in the fridge on a flat surface so that it stays nice and level for about 10 to 15 minutes. To make the filling, we've got 300 grams of regular milk chocolate and 100 grams of double cream. What we do is we melt it very gently. You can do it in a pan or you can do it in the microwave again. Just give it 20-second bursts until both the chocolate and the cream have melted. You can whisk them together vigorously so that the fats combine and you have the perfect milk chocolate truffle. Once you've melted it together, transfer to a bowl. I've got a nice metal bowl here which helps to cool it down quicker. Scrape it into there and whisk it together. Once they're both combined, place it in the fridge to help it cool down. It's essential that it is completely cold before you try and put it into your chocolate hard shells, otherwise the heat from that will melt the chocolate shells and you'll end up with a beautiful chocolate which has got no top because the chocolate's all melted through. Once your mix is cool, I use a piping bag to help me get it into the chocolate shells. You can use a spoon, I find it a little bit more messy. Scrape it out with a spatula. As much of the mix as you can. Just a nice silky smooth, shiny chocolate truffle. There we go. Okay, so now to check the shells if they're cold enough. They're all set perfectly. You will just cut the tip of the piping nozzle. Like I say, you can use a spoon. Just take a little piece on a teaspoon and just push it off your finger into the mould. I find this is a bit easier with the piping bag. Fill them just under the top of just so they're not quite full. So you've got enough space to put a top on. Once that's filled up, slide them back in the fridge again to set it for another 5 minutes or so. Once they've set very slightly, you just want a firm crust on the top. The chocolate you saved back earlier from making the shells, drizzle over the top. And with a very thin layer, Any excess chocolate can be kept. Make sure you smooth that off so you don't end up with a thick bottom of your chocolate. Once the chocolates have been in the fridge for about half an hour, as I say, the longer you can leave them the better. Turn them over, pop them out. It should look something like that. A couple that break, don't worry too much. That's your opportunity to try them. Trim them up as best you can. And you can either serve them on a plate or in a box for your loved one.